folks, hello, and welcome to the first installment of Solitaire Tuesday, or SoliTuesday as I like to call it. Now, what this series will be is an ongoing weekly series where I will be playing solitaire. I have quite the collection of playing cards. Before you is only 3, but I think I have maybe 30 decks or something along those lines. And the rules of the game will be we will play with a deck until we win. After we win, then we can swap out to the next deck in the series. Also, we will be playing 3 games per episode. And we do have a caveat, just in case we get a really bad run with a deck, where after 9 games of losing, so that would be if we're on the same deck for 3 videos, after 9 games, we will then move to the rule where when drawing from the deck, we draw 1 card at a time instead of 3. That way, we can get through these decks. So, to start off, what I'm going to do is roll this D6 here to figure out which deck we will begin with. So, if we roll a 1 or a 2, we will start with the Monarchs deck. Monarchs deck. A 3 or a 4, and we will play the Hudson deck. Hudson. And a 5 or 6, and we will be using the Darren Brown. Playing cards. So, let's give this a roll. We got a 2, which means we will be starting with the Monarchs, which actually I'm fine with. This is one of my favorite decks. It's just really clean, classy looking. So, let's pop it open. So, the Monarchs deck is one of the first decks. Let me move the box actually. Is one of the first decks that I picked up once I started collecting playing cards. And I actually have 2 of the same deck. The other one remains unopened. As you can see, this one has kind of suffered a little bit of water damage here and there, but alas, that does not affect the ability to play solitaire with the cards. So, let's go ahead and jump into it. I'm also going to kind of explain the rules a little bit during the first game, in case you haven't played solitaire before. So we'll do a couple overhand shuffles. This deck was already shuffled, so I think that's probably good enough. We'll give it a quick cut. Move the D6 out of the way. let's move them up as well, just a little. And then we will check to see how it looks in camera. Alright, we could probably move it up a little more. There we go. Moving on. So, the point of solitaire is to take all the cards from the field and the deck and to separate them into the 4 different suits in the deck. So, ace, diamond, clubs, and spades. Now, you have to do that in a certain order, which is from the lowest value to the highest value. In this case, the aces are representative of the number 1. So you would go ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king. Now, as you can see, I already have an ace here, so I will move this up to the foundations pile, which frees up that space for me to move a king. When you have an empty space, you can move a king card to that if you have a king card available. And then we're able to flip this over. Not bad, and we get the ace of spades. The ace of spades. The ace of spades. Now we want to look for other moves we can make. So, when it comes to moving cards on the field, they have to go in order of opposite colors and descending. So, for instance, I have this red 8 here. I can take the 7 of clubs and put that under the red 8. And then flip this. Okay, well, this does not look like a great start now, so now that I've made all the moves that I can on the field, it's time to swap over to the deck. So how this works is we draw 3 cards at a time and flip it over. As you can see, we got the Queen of Hearts, which we cannot use. So we go to the next 3. 10 of Hearts. Still can't use it. Now this drawing 3 here is what I was referring to earlier, where I said after a 9-game losing streak, we will move to 1 card at a time instead of 3. It just increases your chances of winning. So, right now we'll stick with the 3 cards at a time. We got the 10 of clubs, which we also cannot use. 4 of hearts. 3 of clubs. 2 of diamonds. Okay, we can put that 2 of diamonds up in our foundation with the ace. Jack of clubs, which we cannot use. promising first game, and that is okay. Moving on, Queen of Hearts, 10 of Hearts, 10 of Clubs. Oh, hi Marigold. My cat Marigold has come in. Hi Mare. Do you want to say hi? A little cat ASMR for you. Four hearts. 3 of clubs. 6 of diamonds. We can use that. The 2 of spades. We can also use that. And the 10 of diamonds we cannot use. There's our queen. Our 10. Our other 10. Here's our 4 of hearts. 3 of clubs. We got an ace of clubs. And our 10 of diamonds. Okay, well, we're slowly making progress. One card at a time through each deck deal. Queen, 10, 10, 4 of hearts, 3 of clubs. This might be it. 8 of clubs and 10 of diamonds. Well, I'll go through the deck one more time, but I don't think we have any more moves. Queen of Hearts, 10 of Hearts. Up next is the 10 of Clubs, 4 of Hearts, and then I think the 3 of Clubs. Yep, 3 of Clubs, 8 of Clubs, and the 10 of Diamonds. Okay, well, that was a quick game to start with. Alright, let's go ahead and let's start the deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I think I can move these over a little bit. I thought the last game was going to be pretty decent, given that I started off with 3 aces and a handful of 2s, but alas, that's how these solitaire games go sometimes. You start off strong with like 5 moves right off the bat, and then you're just stuck. So, let's begin. Is there anything we can do on the field? No, there's not. Fantastic. Seven of spades. Ace of diamonds. Okay. We'll take that. 3 of diamonds. Nothing. Queen of hearts. 5 of clubs. We can use this. We cannot use that 8 though. Nowhere to put it. 2 of hearts. 2 hearts. They beat as 1, 2 of hearts. Sorry. 6 of hearts. Can't use that either. Ace of clubs. Another foundation. And oh, the ace of spades. Nice. Very nice. Okay, well, we flipped another 9. So that's not great. Seven of spades. 2 of diamonds. 3 of diamonds. And a 7 of clubs. We cannot use. The 6 of spades, we can use that. Queen of hearts, we cannot. King of clubs. If only we had an open space. 4 of hearts. We can use that. King of diamonds. King of hearts. And 8 of clubs. We can use that as well. Let's put it over here, and then we can move our 7. Alright, we can use this 10. And 3 of clubs, we can move that down here. Oh, there's a train out there. I don't know if y'all can hear it. There's a train and there's a cat bathing herself. Well, her face anyways. We can also move, do we want to move the 9 of diamonds? Or the 9 of hearts? Let's try the 9 of diamonds. Let's hope we flip an ace. Oh no, we flipped a 10. But we can move that 10 over to this jack. because that'll allow me to then use the red queen and then move this blackjack. Where I don't know if I have a black queen coming up, which I would need in order to move any of these red jacks. So this is the strategy we're going for. Oh, apparently I was wrong. We did not have a red king anyways, so strategy worked. Alright. 7 of spades. There's our queen, and we'll move that up here. We can also move our 2 of clubs. And now we have to decide which jack we want to move. Oh man. Decisions. We'll go with this. Oh wait, no, it's gotta be a blackjack. So we only have this option. Look at that. Another ace. And there's the 2 of hearts. As well as the black king. But I think we will wait and see if we can pull a red king. 5 of hearts can go there. Oh, we can also move our 3 of clubs up. Doesn't really do much, but it's a move. And 6 of clubs, which we cannot use. 7 of spades. King of spades. Alright, here's our king of hearts. Hello, folks. This is folk from the future. So, well, my future, but still technically your past. Anyways, while I was editing my video, I noticed that the last half of that game, as well as the third game, was not in the video clip. I realized that my camera has a 30-minute video max length, so I said we were going to do 3 games of video, so I'm back at it to finish it out with a third game. Now, spoiler alert, you may notice I am still using the Monarch deck. That means that game I lost, and then that following game I also lost. So, let's see if we can keep up with that trend or if we can break it and get a win here. So let's dive into it. Now, looking at the field, I see we only have one move, and that's to move the 8 of the hearts under the 9. And I think that's it. So let us proceed. Ace of diamonds. And a 6 of hearts, so we can use that. 3 of clubs, we cannot use. King of hearts, we can move that to our empty space. And then move up the ace of spades. 10 of clubs is not usable. King of spades. 2 of diamonds. We can move that up to our foundation. And queen of diamonds we cannot use. 4 of hearts. Nowhere for the 4 of hearts. 9 of hearts. And 9 of spades, which we cannot use. Okay. Not seeming very promising this round. But let's go through the deck another time. We got the 2 of spades. of spades. Eight of spades is not usable. Oh. I can move my 7 over here. Flip this. And it's another 8. Okay, well, that's not great. Six of clubs, 6 of clubs. We can use that. Move this 5 and flip this to a 6 of spades, which we cannot use. Alright. 5 of spades. We can use that. But we can't use this jack. 7 of diamonds. We cannot use. And the 9 of spades. Okay. I think we got through a couple of cards there, so let's go through the deck again. Queen of clubs. 10 of diamonds. We can use that. Then we can move our 9 over to the 10. Give this a flip. Can we use this 2 anywhere? No, we cannot. Jack of diamonds. 4 of diamonds. We can use this. 9 of spades. Okay. Queen of clubs. Oh, we can use this queen on the king over here. But we can't use that 10. 8 of spades. 8 of spades. We cannot use. Same with the 9 of hearts. 7 of diamonds. And the 9 of spades. Okay. We have no moves in the deck. But on the field, let's see. So technically I could bring this 3 of spades down and move over the 2 of hearts, which will unblock this column and give me a 4 of clubs. And then the 10 of spades, which I don't think I had a red 9. And even if I do, I don't think there's a move I can make after that. 4 of hearts. Jack of clubs. 9 of spades. 9 of spades. Well, I think that might be game. Let's just look over things real quick. Yeah, I think that is it. So, let us pack it up. Now, I think I will make an early amendment to the rules. And I will say, after 6 games with a single deck instead of 9 after 6, we will move down to using the 1 card rule instead of the 3. So, what that looks like in practice is when you're drawing from the deck, instead of grabbing 3 cards and flipping them like so and then using that, you just do 1 card at a time, which it does not guarantee. Oh, that's a big old thunder. 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 Anyways, sorry. It doesn't guarantee a win, but it does increase the chances that you'll win. So, I think if we do run into a situation where we're on a 6-game losing streak, then we will implement that rule, which will hopefully help us to move on from the deck that we're using. But for now, that was the Monarch deck. Look at this. Look at the box art. Oh, it's so great. But that was the Monarch deck in the first installment of SoliTuesday. 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 Anyways. Thank you for watching, and I hope you all have a great rest of your day, Monarchs. Goodbye.